It is the first day of summer at Wildwood Baseball Park. The Sheboygan A's will be taking on the Two River Polar Bears in a non-league matchup. The A's are 11-2 on this season, and they will be taking on the 9-5 Polar Bears. Tonight the A's have Brandon Winfield on the mound going up against Luke Mandich, the pitcher tonight for the Polar Bears. Defensively for Sheboygan, the battery will be, again, Winfield doing the pitching. Hayden Fenner will be catching tonight. Around the horn at first base will be Harry Stout. Second base will be Mitch McConnell. Shortstop is Trevor Cho tonight, and Nate Hiley at third. And from left to right in the outfield, Dylan Dietert is in left. Center fielder tonight is Adam Ryan, and in right field will be Wyatt Olson. And also Taylor Grimm will be catching, or will be DHing tonight for Winfield. He will not bat in the lineup tonight. And Winfield has finished up with his warm-up pitches, and he is ready to go.
For the Polar Bears is the shortstop, number 23, Brandon Bartles.
And in stepping now will be the shortstop for the Polar Bears, Brandon Bartles. And the first pitch is a check swing. It looks like he may have held, but it doesn't matter. It's a called strike, so 0-1. And another strike right in there. So quickly 0-2 to the leadoff man. And timeout called. And now we are set to go. And Winfield's windup, the 0-2 payoff, is just a bit low. 1-2. And that is a grounder to Cho. Takes a few steps in, makes the throw, and Bartles is retired. So a quick 6-3 ground out. And in steps now Chris Rohr, the right fielder.
Right fielder number 19, Chris Rohr.
First pitch from Winfield. Hits the outside corner.
Strike zone is going to be a quick night.
0-1. And that 0-1 is outside and a bit low. 1-1 count. Winfield the lefty against the left-handed batter, Chris Rohr. And then is chopped foul to the third base side into the A's dugout. So count moves ahead for Winfield. Nobody on, one out. Top of the first inning, no score. And Winfield's payoff, and that's outside and low. Even now at 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Winfield with the payoff pitch again, and a called strike 3 outside corner. So Winfield appears to have his best stuff early. A ground out and a strikeout to begin the game, and in steps the pitcher, Luke Mandich.
Pitcher number 57, Luke Mandich.
And the first pitch to the pitcher Mandich is down the middle and 0-1. And Winfield working quickly and a swing and a miss on what looked like a changeup. 0-2. Winfield set again, and the payoff is a big swing and a miss. Fastball on the corner. Mandich unable to catch up with it, and a quick 1-2-3 inning. Winfield strikes out 2, and after 1/2 inning complete, it is the Two Rivers Polar Bears nothing, and the Sheboygan is coming up to bat next. Back for the bottom of the first inning, Brandon Winfield able to retire the Polar Bears 1-2-3 with 2 strikeouts. And now up to bat will be the A's. And the leadoff man tonight will be the left fielder Dylan Dietert. Trevor Cho at short will bat second. Wyatt Olson will bat third. He's in right field. Taylor Grimm tonight is batting cleanup. He is the DH. Harry Stelt is at first, batting fifth.
Leading off the bottom of the first for the
Nate Hiley at third, batting
31,
sixth. Adam Ryan is in center, batting seventh. Hayden Fenner is the catcher tonight. And rounding out the lineup will be Mitch McConnell at second. And Dietert steps in, and the first pitch from Mandich hits the corner, and 0-1. Dietert finished a home run shy of the cycle in his last game. And the 0-1 is outside corner again, 0-2. Dietert officially finished with 2 doubles, a single, a triple, and also a walk, and was only retired once. And a fastball on 0-2 was fouled straight back to the screen. Count remains at 0-2. And the 0-2 is a little ground ball to the right side. The second baseman, Nathan Grall, makes the play, and Dietert is retired.
Number 2, Trevor Cho.
So a 4-3 putout, and in steps Trevor Cho. Cho finished without a hit in Friday's game, but did have a walk and also a sacrifice fly and an RBI. And the first pitch from Mandich. Cho looking like he wanted to bunt, but taken back and 1-0. Cho steps back in, and he's set to go, and Luke Mandich wind up the 1-0, and that's outside. So count moves in favor of Cho at 2-0. And that 2-0 is outside, 3-0. Trevor Cho's hitting .333 on the season. And that 3-0 is in the zone, 3-1. And Mandich right back to work, and that is outside, ball 4, so a 1-out walk for Cho. In steps now the right fielder, Wyatt Olson.
Right fielder number 34, Wyatt Olson.
Olson coming off, for his standards, a not great performance, but he still had 2 hits and had the walk-off 10-run rule hit in the 8th inning on Friday's game. And that first pitch to him is a 5-4-3 near double play. The first baseman unable to make the play. So Shad Hintz starts the double play, but the first baseman, Chris Sizzler, cannot hold on the ball. So that makes 2 outs. Cho retired on the play. Olson at first on the fielder's choice, and the DH Grimm will step in now.
Designated hitter number 9, Taylor Grimm.
Are we charging the first baseman an error? No. I didn't see the play.
And the first pitch to Grimm, hit to the right side, but that will get out of play. 0-1. Mandich is set. Olson takes his lead off of first, and he's going on the pitch. Olson slides in, and he's called out. So Olson is caught stealing with Grimm at the plate, and that will end the inning. So the A's get a man on via walk, but essentially go 1-2-3 inning. And after a full, complete inning, it is Sheboygan nothing and Two Rivers nothing. So today you're playing the Two River Polar Bears. It's a non-league game, so it doesn't really count for the Wisconsin League or the Northeastern Wisconsin League. Is there some sort of, is it sort of maybe hard to get prepared for this? Because I guess it doesn't really count towards like the playoffs, or is it just sort of another game, go out there and give all you can get?
I think it is hard to kind of get up for a game like this, but these guys have all been playing their whole lives. They know how to get themselves up for a game that maybe doesn't mean as much, but I think everyone can make some adjustments of some sort to get better for those league games, and tonight's a good opportunity to do that, I think.
And this is your back for the Sheboygan A's, and he's just sort of getting started. Well, most of these guys have played several games, had several at-bats. How do you sort of get with the groove with the other teammates?
Well, I'm going to...
Chad Hintz.
Back at Sheboygan in Wildwood Baseball Park, Winfield stepping up to the mound for the top of the second inning, and Shad Hintz, the third baseman, will lead off the inning. The cleanup hitter tonight for Two Rivers, and is a swing and a miss. May have just fouled it off, and Winfield's 0-1, and that's a bit inside, 1-1. And Winfield quickly back to work, and a line drive to Cho, and he's able to secure that one. So a line out. He hit it hard, but right at Cho, and that is a leadoff out to start the inning.
Catcher number 32, A.J. Dollinger.
A.J. Dollinger, the catcher, steps in now after the line drive out by Hintz. Winfield looking into his catcher Fenner. The windup, and that pitch is down low, 1-0. And the 1-0 is hit into the hole, and Olson, the right fielder, attempting to throw out Dollinger at first, but he will reach base safely.
We just did second baseman.
So Mitch McConnell tried to make a play on that, but that snuck by him, and the Two River Polar Bears have a runner at first with 1 out.
Nathan Graw.
Nathan Graw, the second baseman, now with a man at first. It's the first hit of the day for either team. And Winfield's first pitch to Graw is a big swing and a miss on a fastball. 0-1. Winfield comes set, and he's coming home, and the 0-1 is hit to McConnell at second, and he will make the play at first. Dollinger moves up to second on the play, was not hit hard enough to get a double play, so McConnell went with the sure out at first. And this steps now Taylor Mandich, the center fielder.
Fielder number 5, Taylor Mandich.
Winfield is looking in, and the first pitch to Taylor Mandich hits the corner on the inside. And it's 0-1 to the seventh place hitter. And a pitch on the outside corner, and Mandich with a defensive swing at that, and moves behind 0-2. And Winfield is set. And the payoff, a pitch again on the outside corner. This time Taylor Mandich able to get a piece of it and fouls it off towards the Polar Bears dugout. Winfield looking back to Dollinger, who leads off at second, and the payoff pitch again, and that is a swing and a miss. So another strikeout for Winfield. The Two River Polar Bears are able to get a 1-out hit, but get nothing out of it. So after 1.5 complete, it still remains Two Rivers nothing and Sheboygan nothing.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Bottom of the second inning, Sheboygan A's and Two Rivers both have failed to score through the first inning and a half. And stepping in to lead off this inning will be Taylor Grimm, the DH. He was at the plate when Wyatt Olson was caught stealing.
Leading off the bottom of the second for the A's, designated hitter number 9, Taylor Grimm.
Taylor Grimm hitting .341 so far in this young season. And Grimm now steps in, and we're all set to go. Luke Mandich windup, and the first pitch is a grounder to the left side. And despite a little bit of a bobble by the shortstop Brandon Bartles, he's able to recover and throw Grimm out in time. So the DH is retired.
First baseman number 19, Harry Stell.
So Harry Stout, the first baseman tonight for the A's, will step in. And the first pitch to Stelt is outside, 1-0. Stelt in Friday's game was not retired in any plate appearance he had. And the 1-0 is outside, 2-0. Finished with 2 walks, a double, and a hit by pitch. He was eventually pinch run for by Mitch Sutton. So officially he finished 1 for 1 with 2 walks and a hit by pitch. And that 2-0 is inside, 3-0. Stelt leads the team in walks, totaling at 12. And there's his team leading 13th walk for a 1-out walk. And Nate Hiley steps in now to man at first.
Third baseman number 18, Nate Hiley.
Stelt taking his lead, and the first pitch from Mandich to Hiley hits the inside corner, 0-1. Nate Hiley on Friday was 2 for 5, with 2 singles, had a stolen base, and scored twice. And then 0-1 is a big swing and a miss. Hiley falling behind 0-2. Hiley at third base today, where he usually plays. And that 0-2 is inside, 1-2. His brother Cole Hiley is not starting today. Adam Ryan is in center field, where Cole usually plays. And the 1-2 from Mandich is fouled back to the screen. So the count remains the same at 1-2. Nate Hiley, in about a month away into the season, hitting at a .238 clip. And that is hit right back to Mandich, and that will be a double play. A 1-4-3 double play, and that ends the inning for the A's. So we have completed 2, and the score still remains Sheboygan nothing, Two Rivers nothing.
Fielder number 42, John Doran.
We are back for the top of the third inning. Brandon Winfield now out for his third inning of work, and we'll start off the inning against John Doran, the left fielder. That first pitch to Doran is down the middle, 0-1. And the 0-1 now is well inside, but Doran able to get a hack of that and fouls it off to the right side towards the Polar Bears dugout. And that 0-2 payoff is called strike 3. So Winfield now with his 4th strikeout already. And Chris Sisler, the first baseman, will step in now.
First baseman number 18, Chris Sisler.
Winfield so far through 3 games, all of them starts in 20 innings, has given up just 13 hits. And that first pitch is a call strike, 0-1. And the 0-1 is outside corner, 0-2. Also in those just 20 innings, he struck out 33 and walked just 7 and has a .89 ERA. And the 0-2 is down low, 1-2. And Sizzler gets fooled on that one. So another strikeout. Strikeout number 5 already for Winfield. And in steps now the top of the order and Brandon Bartles, the shortstop.
Shortstop number 23, Brandon Bartles.
So Brandon Winfield so far keeping up to his season totals, striking out a bunch, not walking much, and not giving up much base hits. And that first pitch to Bartles is fouled up to the right side, 0-1. And the 0-1 offering hit again to the right side into the screen, 0-2. Believe it or not, Winfield is not the ERA leader for the A's. Eric Schmitz leads all starters with a .75 ERA. However, he's only started 3, while Winfield is now into his 4th start. And then 0-2 is fouled back to the screen. And that 0-2 pitch is hit hard into right field, and Wyatt Olson picks it up and throws a strike to first base. So the unusual 9-3 putout ends the inning. And after 2.5 completes, we still have a scoreless game between Sheboygan and Two Rivers. Okay, so your 6-game winning streak for the A's came to a halt last night. How do you sort of move on and just sort of keep going and maybe get another winning streak going?
Well, the hitting just wasn't there last night, so hopefully taking some batting practice right now will help us out and get the bats warmed up. But I think we should be all right for tonight and hopefully get another winning streak going.
And your brother Cole plays on the team. What's it sort of like to have a brother on the same team as you?
Well, I haven't done it since high school, so I mean it's pretty special. I know my parents love it, so I mean, yeah, it's pretty sweet. Going to different colleges and now coming up together in the summer and playing ball. It's really awesome.
Awesome, thanks. That's all we need.
Thanks, Steve.
Bottom of the third inning, we have a scoreless game, and Adam Ryan will lead off the inning for the A's.
Bottom of the third for the A's, center fielder number 39, Adam Ryan.
Pitching again tonight for the Two Rivers Polar Bears is Luke Mandich, who has a 1.50 ERA in 6 starts. In 36 innings, he's struck out 42, and that first pitch is hit to the left side, fly ball, and an easy catch made by John Doran. So 1 pitch, 1 out, and Hayden Fenner, the catcher, steps in.
Hayden Fenner.
Fenner hitting just 143 so far in this young season. However, he's only played in 2 games and just 7 at-bats. So a rather small sample size. Has not played much so far this season. Tonight getting the start. And the first pitch from Mandich is outside, 1-0. Fenner catching tonight. Usually Grimm is the catcher, but he will DH, get a break behind the plate. And that 1-0 is a fastball down the middle, 1-1. Fenner, the left-handed batter, he's standing in there, and the 1-1 is hit well in the left center field, and that will get down, and that will go to the wall. So a 1-out double. Fenner takes a big turnaround second, but he will not advance. So Fenner gets his first start in a while and hits a leadoff double in his or a 1-out double in his first at bat.
Second baseman number 16, Mitch McConnell.
Mitch McConnell now batting ninth and playing at second base tonight. This is his first at bat. And the first pitch to him is hit to the right side. And the play will be made by the second baseman Nathan Grall on the 4-3 putout. However, Fenner does move up to third on the play.
Left fielder number 31, Dylan Dietert.
So Dietert steps in now with 2 outs, but a man just 90 feet away. Fenner had the first hit of the night for the A's. He had a double just 2 batters ago, a 1-out double. And the first pitch to Dietert is a fastball that hits the bottom of the zone. And 0-1 to the UW-Milwaukee attendee. And that is a curveball well outside, but Dietert puts a big swing on it, and it's 0-2. Dietert in his first at-bat grounded out to the second baseman Grall, and is quickly down 0-2 to the pitcher Mandich, and the payoff and foul to the screen. So we will do it over. Count remains at 0-2. Mandich looking in. He comes set. And the payoff again is a fastball up and in, and Dieter swung right through that one. So a one-out double does not score. And we are through 3, and we are still scoreless.
5-0. If you go to the information table, you are getting a free.
Top of the 4th for Two Rivers is right fielder number 19, Chris Rohr.
We are about to begin the top of the 4th inning. Brandon Winfield, the starter, still out there. Has given up just 1 hit, and Chris Rohr will lead it off. And that first pitch to him hits the outside corner, 0-1. Rohr struck out looking in his first at-bat. And Winfield's 0-1. Fouled to the screen on the left side. And quickly 0-2 now to Rohr. And Winfield's 0-2 payoff is well outside, and 1-2. Rohr on the season is hitting .326, and the payoff again is down low, 2-2. Rohr has a .436 on base percentage, slugging at a .391 clip. And that 2-2 is just outside, so the count now goes full. And the full count payoff, and that just misses outside. So Winfield got ahead of the leadoff man at 0-2, but threw 4 straight balls and a leadoff walk.
Pitcher number 57, Luke Mandich.
So the pitcher, Luke Mandich, steps in now. He's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. And he squares around a bunt, and it's a foul bunt. And the home plate umpire appears to be a little shaken up. It appears as if the home plate umpire took a foul ball off his forearm, and he appears to be in a lot of pain. So a little bit of a delay here as the trainer will take a look at him. The umpire immediately stepped away and began shaking his arm in pain. And he's down to one knee. Again, it appears as if Luke Mandich's bunt was foul and hit him right off the forearm. So again, a little bit of a delay here. Just to get you quickly updated, both teams have just one hit through the first 3. Current situation is a man at first with no outs. Top of the 4th inning. The man at first is Chris Rohr, who walked to lead off this inning. Several players from both sides still huddled around the umpire, as well as A's GM Denny Moyer and the trainer. The umpire's still down on one knee. He's been there for about 2 or 3 minutes now. Unclear if it's just a stinger that hurts a lot or if he possibly fractured or broke a bone. It looks like it was in his lower arm, possibly wrist area. And he's getting back up. And it looks like he'll be good to go. So it must have just been a stinger, or maybe his hand went a little numb there. But he should be okay. Still going to take a little time and try and get some feeling back in that hand. And his mask is back on, and he's back behind the plate. So we will resume play now. 0-1 count to the pitcher Mandich, third place hitter for the Polar Bears. Squared to bunt on the first pitch, and he's squaring early again, and a pickoff. And Rohr is back easily on that play. And Winfield is set again, and Mandich is squaring again. And that is a little grounder hit right to Winfield, and he will get the 1-6 put out. So Mandich is unable to advance the runner. So a failed sacrifice bunt, and he will reach first on the 1-6 fielder's choice. So the Polar Bears essentially just trade runners on that play. Now one out for Shad Hintz, the third baseman. And that is a shot in the center field. Adam Ryan makes the play on that. So runners at first and second now.
Catcher number 32, A.J. Dollinger.
So the catcher, Dollinger, steps in. 2 guys on, just 1 out. And that first pitch is a fastball and a swing and a miss. Dollinger is 1 for 1 today. Had a single in the second. And that 0-1 is hit to the right side. Olsen coming in. But McConnell will move over just in fair territory and will make the put out. So a pop out to McConnell.
Second baseman number 7, Nathan Grawl.
And Nathan Grawl, the second baseman, steps in now with 2 outs. Man at second is Mandich, reached base via fielder's choice on a failed bunt attempt. And Chad Hintz at first. He had a liner up the middle for a base hit. And that first pitch to Grawl is a fastball just above the belt, and he had a big hack at that one. But swings right through it 0-1. And Winfield's 0-1, and that hits the outside corner 0-2. So quickly ahead of the 6th place hitter, Grawl. He is 0-for-1 today with a ground out to McConnell. Winfield's set. Gets the sign he wants from Fenner. And the payoff. And another fastball just above the belt. And another big hack and another swing and a miss. So Winfield works around a little bit of a trouble. Polar Bears had first and second, just one out, but they are unable to score. So after 3.5 innings, we still have a scoreless game. Sheboygan nothing, Two Rivers nothing.
Shortstop, number 2, Trevor Cho.
Bottom of the 4th inning. We are at Wildwood Baseball Park for some non-league action. Sheboygan A is taking on the Two River Polar Bears. And we are scoreless through 4.5. And to lead off the bottom of the 4th inning will be Trevor Cho. And Luke manages first pitch to Cho is swung on and hit foul into the screen, 0-1. Cho so far in this season hitting at .317, getting on base at a .383 clip. That includes his first at-bat today where he was walked with one out. And now he bunts for a hit, but that ball is thrown away. And Cho will go all the way to third base. Throw comes in and he will hold there. So Cho bunted. Dollinger made the play, and he overthrew his first baseman. So a 3-base error allows Cho all the way to third base. So the A's have a man 90 feet away with nobody out.
Right fielder number 34, Wyatt Olson.
That will be ruled an E2. Dollinger had an easy play. It was hit right in front of the plate, but he just overshot his first baseman. So Wyatt Olson, the A's best hitter, will step in with a man 90 feet away, and we have a scoreless game. And manages first pitch to Olson is down low, 1-0. Olson hitting at a .444 clip, getting on base nearly every other plate appearance at a .492. And on a pitch outside, Olson tips it into the catcher's glove, and the count evens up at 1-1 strike. And another pitch on the outside corner, and Olson swings right through that one. So Olson is behind in the count 1-2. Cho at third base. He got to third on the error. And the 1-2 was fouled to the right side. That pitch was well inside, but Olson able to get a piece of it and stay alive at 1-2 strikes. The Polar Bears have their defense in. All four guys playing up to the grass, trying to cut down Cho, or at the very least prevent him from scoring. Does have an advantage for Olsen as it creates a bigger hole for him. And the 1-2 is a line drive shot into left field, and that ball is gone. A 2-run home run by Wyatt Olsen, and the A's take the lead in the bottom of the 4th inning. Olsen got a pitch he could handle, and he hit a line drive into left field, landing about 340 feet beyond the plate.
It's one of the hardest hit balls I've seen.
Olsen couldn't have hit that any harder.
Designated hitter number 9, Taylor Grimm.
So A's now leading at 2-0, and nobody out for Taylor Grimm. And Mandich's first pitch to Grimm. Check swing, ball outside. So Olsen is now tied for first in home runs. He ties Cole Hiley and Dietert, who both had 2. Wyatt Olsen now also has 2, and that 1-0 hits the outside corner 1-1. Grimm so far today is 0 for 1, grounded out to the shortstop. And now he hits a pop-up, and both middle infielders looking at that, and the shortstop, Bartles, will make the play. So in 2 at-bats, Grimm has hit it to the shortstop both times, and a ground out and a pop-out now.
Number 19, Harry Stell.
So Harry Stelt steps in now, nobody on, and 1 out. Stelt without an official at-bat so far today, had a walk in the 2nd inning. And that is the first strike he sees today, and that is a outside corner 0-1. And that 0-1 is well outside, and will skip all the way to the backstop. So the count evens up at 1 ball, 1 strike. And Mandich back to work. The 1-1, a curveball in the zone down the middle, 1-2. Harry Stelt hitting .357 on the season, and that 1-2 is outside 2-2. Stelt has been the best on-base machine for the A's, getting on base at a .545 clip, by far the team leader. And the 2-2 is high, and a full count. Stelt leading the team with 13 walks. And the full count offering is fouled back. 3-2, the count remains. Stelt also hitting for some power, slugging at a .500 clip. And the full count offering again is swung on a miss, and it appears as if the catcher Dollinger dropped it, but then he takes out Stelt to secure the strikeout.
Third baseman, number 18, Nate Hiley.
So Nate Hiley will step in now. 2 outs for the A's. And that is a curveball that can't quite find the zone, 1-0. And another curveball, and that curves out of the zone. So a curveball that can't get in, and a curveball that then curves too far out of the zone, so 2-0. And another one that can't quite find the zone, a bit inside. Hiley now in the driver's seat with a 3-0 count. And look to be taken all the way there. Mandich hits the outside corner. 3-1 to Nate Hiley, who is 0 for 1 today. And that 3-1 is skied into right field playable. And the right fielder, Chris Rohr, will secure the out. However, the A's are able to score 2 thanks to the Wyatt Olson line drive in the left field. And we are through 4, and the A's now lead 2-0 over Two Rivers. Top of the 5th inning, A's now leading 2, and leading off will be Taylor Mandich. And that first pitch from Winfield is low, so 1-0 to the leadoff man. And another pitch low, but this time Taylor swings at it and fouls it straight back, and 1-1. And the 1-1 is outside, 2-1. Winfield has given up no runs, 2 hits, and has struck out 6 through just over 4 innings. And that is a little looping liner. And Olson trying for his second 9-3 putout of the day, but Mandich will reach base safely. Olson threw it away, but the catcher Fenner backs it up. So Mandich will stay at first. So that will be a single.
Left fielder number 42, John Doran.
The third hit for Two Rivers, and John Doran will step in now with a man at first and nobody out. And Doran squares to bunt, and he bunts right through that pitch, so 0-1, and then Fenner trying a pickoff play for Taylor Mandich, but he's back safely. Winfield gets the sign he wants from Fenner, and now a pickoff play. And Mandich, who had very little of a bit of a lead, able to get back easily. And Doran squaring to bunt again, and he fouls it to the screen, 0-2. So Doran on the first 2 bunt attempts bunted to the first and then fouled the second one. Be interesting to see if he bunts again with 2 strikes. And he will not, and he will swing and a miss. So Doran strikes out, and the 9th place hitter Chris Sisler, first baseman, will bat with a man at first.
First baseman number 18, Chris Sisler.
Sisler, one of 6 strikeout victims. He struck out in the 3rd in his first at-bat, and he bunts through that one. So the last 2 batters have been looking to bunt. Doran unable to do his duty in the last at-bat, and now Sisler falls behind 0-2. So the last 2 hitters have fallen behind 0-2 after attempting to move over that runner to second. And now Sisler will not bunt, and he will have a little bit of a defensive swing there and able to foul it to the left side into the screen. So the count remains at 0-2. Winfield is set. And another little bit of a defensive hack. And Fenner will make the play, but that will work out as a bunt. It will not go down as a sacrifice, but Taylor Mandich will move up to second. Sizzler is retired.
Shortstop number 23, Brandon Bartles.
So what essentially turns out to be a swinging bunt works effectively. And Brandon Bartles will step in now, who is 0 for 2 today. He had the rarely seen 9-3 putout. Olsen threw him out on what looked like would have been a for sure single. And that first pitch at the belt called strike 0-1. Top of the order for Two Rivers. Man at second is Taylor Mandich, who singled to lead off this inning. But now there are 2 outs. Winfield taking several looks back to second and home, and the batter Bartles calls timeout. And now he steps back. He's set to go, and the 0-1 is fouled back into the screen. 0-2. So Winfield now in the driver's seat. Has an 0-2 count to Bartles. And Winfield comes together and he's set. And here comes the payoff to Bartles, and that's outside. So a 1-ball, 2-strike count to Bartles. Winfield gets the sign he wants from Fenner. And the payoff again, and that's swung on and missed. Strikeout number 8 for Winfield. And he has not allowed a run on the board through 5. And through 4.5 innings, it's Sheboygan 2 and Two Rivers nothing. Bottom of the 5th, A's leading by 2 with a 2-0 lead. The only runs of this game have come on Wyatt Olson's 2-run home run.
A's center fielder number 39, Adam Ryan.
The center fielder, Adam Ryan, will step in now. His second at-bat of the day. In the 3rd inning, he had a fly out to the left fielder, John Doran. And he swings and fouls back the first pitch from Luke Mandich, and it's 0-1. And the 0-1 from Luke Mandich is outside and 1 ball, 1 strike. Mandich has pitched well. The only mistake was Olsen's home run, and that 1-1 is hit to the left side over the A's dugout and out of play. And in fact, only one of the 2 runs scored on that home run are earned. Cho, who was at third, reached base on a throwing error from the catcher. So he has pitched well today, giving up just 2 hits. And that 1-2 hits the inside corner, and Ryan is called out on strikes. And that will bring in Hayden Fenner.
Number 6, Hayden Fenner.
Fenner has the other of the 2 hits for the A's. He had a 1-out double in the 3rd inning, but did not score. And that first pitch to Fenner hits the outside corner, 0-1. And that 0-1 is in the zone, 0-2. So Fenner behind in the count, and the payoff, and that is out of the zone, getting away from the catcher Dollinger. So the count now moves to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on, 1 out. And the 1-2 payoff is swung and a miss on a fastball down the middle. So a strikeout looking, and now a swinging strikeout. And the top of the order, or excuse me, Mitch McConnell, the bottom of the order now.
Number 16, Mitch McConnell.
So McConnell, the 9th place hitter and second baseman tonight for the A's, will step in with 2 outs and nobody on. And the first pitch to him is down the middle, 0-1. McConnell, like many other of the A's tonight, is without a hit, 0-for-1. And a line drive shot to the third baseman, but he's able to make a little bit of a diving, falling catch. And that will end the inning. So McConnell hits it hard, but Shad Hintz able to snag it out of the air. And after 5 complete innings, it still remains Sheboygan 2 and 2 Rivers nothing.
Transfer and storage.
Top of the 6th inning, and leading it off for the Polar Bears will be Chris Rohr.
Leading off top 6 for 2 Rivers. Right fielder number 19, Chris Rohr.
Rohr is 0 for 1, also has a walk. The only walk of the night for Winfield, and that first pitch hits the outside corner 0-1. Winfield with another strong pitching performance so far, and that 0-1 is down low, 1-1. So far today, through 5 innings, 3 hits, but no runs, and that 1-1 is big swing and a miss, 1-2. Winfield also has 8 strikeouts to the just 1 walk so far, and we have just entered the 6th inning. And that 1-2 is outside, so the count evens up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Roar struck out in the first, walked in the 4th, and that is a pitch on the outside corner, and Roar takes a big hack at that one and will strike out swinging. So 9 now for Winfield.
Pitcher number 57, Luke Mandich.
And Luke Mandich, the opposing pitcher, will step in now. He is also without a hit today. Has a strikeout and reached on a fielder's choice. And that first pitch to him is a fastball down the middle and a big swing and a miss, 0-1. Winfield again, and that appeared to have hit Luke in the foot. Appears to having a little bit of a hobble there as he jogs to first base on the hit by pitch. So that will put a runner at first with 1 out for Shad Hintz. He has one of the 3 hits for the Polar Bears so far. Had a single in the 4th, and then lined out to the shortstop Cho in the 2nd, and that first pitch to him is 0-1. A strike, 0-1. Luke Mandich takes his lead, and Winfield comes to the plate, and then it's down low, 1-1. And the 1-1, and that catches the bottom of the zone. So Winfield now ahead of the cleanup man, and the payoff is coming, and a little grounder to Nate Hiley, who bobbles that ball, and Hintz will reach base safely. Luke Mandich moves up to second.
We have an official score. We have an official score, error hit.
That should be ruled an E5.
I agree with you.
We all concur.
Catcher number 32, A.J. Dollinger. Sounds good.
So A.J. Dollinger steps in now with 2 men on and just 1 out, and that first pitch is inside, 1-0. Winfield working from the stretch, and that 1-0 is fouled to the screen, 1-1. Dollinger 1 for 2 today, has a single and popped out to the second baseman, Mitch McConnell. Winfield comes set, and the motion, and the 1-1 is an off-speed pitch, swung on a miss on the inside corner, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, and the payoff, and that is high. So the count evens up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Winfield now with another payoff, and that is a curveball, and that is down the middle, and that is strike 3 called. So Dollinger strikes out looking. So Winfield with a chance to get out of this mess.
Second baseman number 7, Nathan Grawl.
Nathan Grawl, the second baseman, will step in now with 2 outs. Man at second is Luke Mandich, was hit by a pitch, and Shad Hintz reached base on an error by Nate Hiley. And a pickoff play from Hayden Fenner. But Hintz is back safely. And Winfield is coming home. And that is a ball high. Gual so far today is 0 for 2 as a strikeout and is grounded out to the second baseman McConnell. And that pitch is swung on and hit into center field. Adam Ryan makes the play, makes the catch. And Winfield out of the first and second mess. So he works around first and second with one out, gets a strikeout and a fly out to center, and after 5.5 complete innings, Sheboygan 2, Two Rivers Polar Bears nothing.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Bottom of the sixth at Wildwood Baseball Park. A's leading 2-0. And Dylan Dieter, the leadoff man, will lead off this inning. So top of the order for the A's.
Leading off the sixth inning for the A's. Left fielder number 31, Dylan Dieter.
Dieter coming off his near historic performance where he was just a home run shy of the cycle, is 0 for 2 today. Has grounded out and struck out. And that first pitch from Mandich is outside. 1-0. And that one hits the outside corner, so even now at 1-1. Dieter coming into today was hitting .333 with a .395 on base percentage, and that pitch is on the inside corner, 1-2. Dieter with a .615 slugging percentage, so hitting for a lot of power. 2 balls and 2 strikes now, as that pitch was outside. Has just 2 home runs, but is hitting plenty of doubles and triples. Has actually 4 doubles on the season so far already. And that 2-2 is a fastball and swung on a missed. So Dieter is 0 for 3 today.
Shortstop, number 2, Trevor Cho.
And Trevor Cho now steps in with 1 out. Cho has a walk and reached base on an error. He actually scored on Wyatt Olson's 2-run home run. And the first pitch to Cho. And that is on the inside half of the plate. And 0-1. And that 0-1 is high, just above the belt. May have been just a bit outside as well. And 1 ball, 1 strike. Cho officially is 0 for 1. And that one and 1 pitch hits the inside corner and bottom of the zone. Cho shaking his head in disagreement on that strike call, and now that 1 and 2 is a bit high, just above the belt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff, inside corner, strike 3 called, and Cho is retired. So the A's go 2 up, 2 down to start this inning, and Wyatt Olson now will step up.
Right fielder number 34, Wyatt Olson.
Olson so far has provided the only runs today for the A's. Had a 2-run line drive home run into left field. And that first pitch to him, and that is a well-hit ball in the center field. But Taylor Mandich running in hard and makes a little bit of a sliding, falling catch, makes a nice play, and that is out number 3. So the A's go 1, 2, 3, and we are through 6, and it's Sheboygan A's 2, Two Rivers Polar Bears 0. Top of the 7th inning, A's leading 2-0 over Two Rivers.
Leading off top of the 7th for Two Rivers. Center fielder number 5, Taylor Mandich.
Winfield still out there for his 7th inning of work, and Taylor Mandich will lead off, and he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Taylor Mandich coming into today struggling a little bit in 7 games and 18 plate appearances, hitting just .125, getting on base at just a .222 clip, also not hitting for much power with a .312 slugging percentage. And the 0-1 to him is fouled into the screen, 0-2. And that 0-2 hits the bottom of the zone, strike 3 called. And that's 1 out for Winfield. And Mandich is retired, and in steps now John Doran.
Left fielder number 42, John Doran.
Winfield now with 11 strikeouts so far, and the 1-0 to Doran is swung on and missed, 1-1. And that 1-1 hits the outside corner, 1-2. John Doran is 0-for-2 with 2 strikeouts. And there's the hat trick. Strikeout number 3 for Doran tonight on a big swing and a miss. So Winfield now with 12 strikeouts. And we are just in the 7th inning. And Chris Sisler will step in now.
First baseman number 18, Chris Sisler.
And that first pitch to Sisler is down low, 1-0. And Winfield working quickly now. And that is low, 2-0. Sisler, the last 2 batters, Winfield has been working out rather quickly, more than usual. And that pitch is fouled to the left side, 2-1. Winfield always a quick worker, but has really sped it up this inning. That is outside, 2-2. And he's got the ball already, and he's already in the windup and the payoff. And Sizzler just gets a piece of it. And that is ruled a fair ball. Sizzler not really moving out of the box. May have thought it was a foul ball, but Hayden Fenner able to get the ball in fair territory, takes him out. And that will end the inning. So a quick 1-2-3 inning, 2 strikeouts for Winfield, and after 6.5 complete innings, it's Sheboygan 2, Two Rivers nothing. So the 6-game winning streak came to an end last night. How do you sort of move on from that and sort of get going and hopefully get another winning streak started?
Yeah, it's always tough to lose a winning streak like that, but it's always hard to maintain as well. So if we're going to start fresh and keep the bats going here, kind of a cold night last night, but they're not always going to be there, so we'll just bounce back tonight. And hope we can get something going again.
And Derek Newman's the pitcher or player manager. How do you sort of manage the team itself while also sort of playing? How do you sort of keep that together?
Yeah, it's nice that I can commit most of my time to managing, since how I only pitch, but it's good because I'm out of school, so we can get a lot of the guys who need work from the school standpoint in where I don't have to be in the game as much. So it's kind of myself as a last resort situation, so it's easier just to manage through the game and they only have to play when I have to.
Awesome. That's all we need. Great. Thanks.
Leading off bottom of the 7th for the A's, designated hitter.
Bottom of the 7th inning,
Taylor Grimm.
and Taylor Grimm will lead it off. The cleanup hitter will lead off the DH tonight. And the first pitch to him is outside, 1-0.
42 is a 42.
New pitcher now, number 42, John Doran, now into play for the Two Rivers Polar Bears. And the 1-0 to Taylor Grimm, and he shatters his bat. The barrel went almost all the way to the third baseman. Several other pieces are scattered over the infield.
Pitchers at short. He's not playing shortstop.
Luke Mandich, who was pitching, is now at short. Again, John Doran is now pitching. And after Taylor Grimm shatters his bat, he's got a new bat with a 1-1 count and nobody out. And the 1-1 now from Doran is a curveball in the zone, 1-2. And Doran now in the windup, and the 1-2 payoff is hit to the third baseman coming in, and that will be an infield single. Third baseman Shad Hintz came charging in, able to make a nice quick pickup and a throw, but Grimm able to motor his way down to first in time.
Harry Stell.
So that will put A runner at first hit for the infield single to lead off the inning, and Harry Stelt now in. Stelt officially today 0 for 1 and a walk. And Doran's first pitch to Stelt is down low. 1-0. Grimm takes his lead off of first. Doran looks over there. And he's set, and the 1-0. And that's outside 2-0 to the fifth place hitter. A's leading 2-0. Bottom of the 6th inning. Bottom of the 7th, excuse me. And that 2-0 is low. So Harry Stelt now in the driver's seat with a 3-0 count. Doran looking over to Grimm at first. He comes set, and a 3-0. And taken all the way on a fastball. Strike one called. So 3 balls, 1 strike now to Stelt. Grimm again with a decent lead off of first. Doran is set, and Grimm takes off for a stolen base, but Stelt fouls that pitch back, so Grimm will retreat back to first. Stelt now in a full count situation. There are no outs. Scoreline so far, Two Rivers with no runs, 3 hits, and an error. Sheboygan has 2 runs, has also committed 3 hits, and also committed an error. Difference in this game, the Wyatt Olson home run in the 4th inning. And that full count offering from Doran is fouled, so we will redo it again at 3 balls, 2 strikes. A's looking for a little bit of insurance here. Grimm at first with nobody out. Stelt in a 3-2 count, and the pitch. And that is a ball just low. So that is the 14th walk of the season for Stelt. And that puts runners at first and second for the third baseman, Nate Hiley.
Third baseman, number 18, Nate Hiley.
Nate Hiley so far today is 0 for 2. And the first pitch from Doran to him is outside. 1-0. This is Hiley's first at bat against Doran. In his first 2 at plate appearances, he was up against Luke Mandich, who is now at short. And the 1-0 is a line drive right back to the former pitcher Mandich. And he secures the out. And Grimm will scurry back to second in time. So that will be the only out recorded.
Number 39, Adam Ryan.
So after the line out to Luke Mandich, Adam Ryan now with first and second and 1 out. Adam Ryan also 0 for 2 today, has a fly out and a strikeout looking. And the first pitch to him, and he swings and misses and loses his bat, and that will go over the Polar Bears dugout.
I've never seen that here.
And out of play. So Adam Ryan gets a new bat. And we will restart now at an 0-1 count. Doran is set, and the 0-1, and that's outside 1-1. A's with a good chance to add on at least one run here, maybe two with an extra base hit. They have just one out against the new pitcher, John Dorn. Came in to lead off or to start this inning. And Ryan on a big hack swings through it and is now behind in the count 1-2. Hayden Fenner, the catcher, is on deck. And if anyone else reaches Mitch McConnell, and that 1-2 is inside, falls low. So the count is even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Adam Ryan, the left-handed batter, steps in. He's set. And Dorn again with the 2-2, and that's high. So Adam Ryan works the count full. Fell behind 0-2. And manages to work it full. Interesting to see if the runners at first and second will take off on the pitch. There is just one out, and they will stay put. But it is ball 4, so the bases will be loaded for Hayden Fenner.
Catcher number 6, Hayden Fenner.
So Hayden Fenner will step in. He has one of the 3 hits tonight for Sheboygan A's. And the catcher will step in with the bases full of A's and just one out. So the A's with an excellent opportunity to widen this deficit a little bit, give themselves some breathing room. And that 0-1 is swung on a miss, or the first pitch is swung on a miss, 0-1. Fenner today has a double and also a strikeout. And the 0-1 is outside. So the count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Dorn is set, and he's coming home on the 1-1. And that's low. 2 balls, 1 strike. At third is Taylor Grimm. He singled to lead off the inning. Harry Stout walked following Grimm, and he's at second. And Adam Ryan at first, who just walked before Fenner's at bat. And that 2-1 is outside, 3-1. So Dorn now in danger of walking home a run. A's leading 2-0. Only runs of this game came on Wyatt Olson's 2-run home run in the 4th. Trevor Cho also scored on that play. And that's ball 4. So Fenner gets the RBI the easy way. Taylor Grimm will score. And it's now 3-0 A's.
17. Agard, Tyler Agard. Yep.
And we will have a pinch hitter, Tyler Agard, stepping in for Mitch McConnell.
Pinch hitting, number 17, Tyler Agard.
So McConnell's day is done. He finishes today 0 for 2, has a line out and a ground out. And Agard steps in with the bases loaded and just 1 out. And that first pitch to him is down low, 1-0. Fenner at first, he walked and brought in a run. Adam Ryan at second, who also walked in this inning. And Harry Stelt at third, also with a walk. So 3 walks so far in this inning. And that 1-0 is a bit high, 2-0. A's have 3 walks and a single. That single was by Taylor Grimm, who just scored on the bases loaded walk by Hayden Fenner. And the 2-0 to Agard hits the inside corner, 2-1. And Doran's 2-1 to Agard is popped up to the right side. Infield fly is called. And that will be out number 2.
Left fielder number 31, Dylan Dietert.
So Dylan Dietert steps in with the bases loaded. Top of the order for the A's. And Dietert's first pitch, and that is hit high into left field. And that ball will fall in the... That pitch will fall, and that will score 2 runs for the A's. So Dylan Dietert with a 2-out RBI double brings in 2 runs. That was just out of the reach of the left fielder. Looked like he might have been able to make the catch, but that fell just out of his reach.
Shortstop number 2, Trevor Cho.
Dietert actually just missed a home run on that hit. Bounced right in front of the wall. Got underneath it just a bit. But nonetheless, the A's score 2 and now lead 5-0. And Trevor Cho now with the men at second and third, 2 outs. And the first pitch to him is low, 1-0. And Doran's 1-0 to Cho. And that's just high, 2-0. Cho 0 for 2 today, has reached base via error, has a strikeout, and also has a walk today. And the 2-0 to Cho is outside corner, 2-1. Man at third is Hayden Fenner. He walked, and Dietert at second. He just doubled in 2 runs. And the 2-1 to Cho is fouled to the right side past the first base coach. So now 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs with 2 men on for Cho wearing the number 2, who also hit second today. And that is a wild pitch, but no runs will score. No one advances. So a full count now to the second place hitter. Doran is set. And the full count offering is hit into foul Terry, left side, but playable, and the play will be made by Shad Hintz, and that will retire the side. However, the A's score 3 more on a bases loaded walk and the RBI double by Dietert, and after 7 complete innings, it's 5-0 A's.
Okay, so today I'm with TD. Today we're playing the Polar Bears, Two River Polar Bears. So we're a non-league team. Doesn't really count towards the Wisconsin State League or Northeastern Wisconsin League. So is this for maybe more of a practice thing, or do you really want to try and win this game today?
I mean, you always want to go out there and compete the best you can. Otherwise, you maybe take a level off, top level. But you always want to go out there and try to do your best, try to get better. So, and I guess that winning is a byproduct of that. So.
And this is your first game today. Is there sort of something you have to sort of get situated or something? Because this is your first game, and they're about a month away through the season. So how do you sort of get comfortable while most of these guys are several at-bats, several games into the season already?
Well, I guess you just got to work hard to get yourself acclimated quickly and just try to catch on as quick as you can, because everybody else knows what they're doing. When this time comes, you know you're supposed to go do that, and now that'll be new, but just go out there and play ball like I know how. So.
Awesome. Thank you.
Top of the 8th inning. A's now with a 5-0 lead after they scored 3 insurance runs. And leading off the inning for the Two River Polar Bears will be Brandon Bartles.
Leading off top of the 8th for Two Rivers is second baseman number 23, Brandon Bartles.
Bartles now playing at second base. He was at short, but after Luke Mandich took his spot at short, he moved over to second. And Winfield, in his 8th inning of work, hits a line drive right to Wyatt Olson. He makes the catch, and a one-pitch, one-out to begin the inning.
Right fielder number 19, Chris Rohr.
So a L9 to begin the inning on one pitch, and Chris Rohr, the right fielder, will step in. And Winfield's first pitch to him is fouled to the left side, foul, and 0-1. Winfield with 12 strikeouts today. And that 0-1 is on the outside corner, 0-2. And the payoff is outside low and 1-2. And now the 1-2 is hit right back to the pitcher. Winfield scoops it up and makes the play. And 2 up, 2 down for this 8th inning. A 1-3 putout, and Luke Mandich, now playing short, will step in.
Shortstop number 57, Luke Mandich.
Mandich did pitch well today. Went 5 innings, gave up just 2 runs. Only 1 of them were earned. And the first pitch to him is a fastball outside corner, and he swings and misses 0-1. Mandich at the plate is 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch, and now he hits that well in the left field, but playable and caught, and the inning is over. So Dietert makes that play, ending the inning. So Winfield goes 1-2-3, and after 7.5 complete innings, the A's now leading 5-0.
Ooh, good call.
Bottom of the 8th, A's leading 5-0. And leading off this inning will be Wyatt Olson, the only man to not bat in the last inning. He was left on deck with runners at second and third after Trevor Cho popped out to end the inning.
Right fielder number 34, Wyatt Olson.
And so far, Wyatt Olson's home run has held up. He had a 2-run home run in the 4th. At the time was the only 2 runs until they just scored 3 in the bottom of the 7th. And Doran's first pitch to him is a curveball, and that hits the inside corner. And it's 0-1. And Doran in the windup and hits it right to the third baseman. And the out will be recorded. Shad Hintz threw it a little high, but the first baseman, Sizzler, able to keep his foot on the bag.
Designated hitter number 9, Taylor Grimm.
So a 5-3 putout will begin the 8th, and Taylor Grimm, the DH, now steps in, who started at the bottom of the 7th rally that the A's had with a single, eventually scored on Hayden Fenner's bases loaded walk. And that first pitch to him is outside, skipping away from the catcher, and the count moves to 1-0. So Grimm now steps back in. In the 1-0 windup, the pitch, and that's high, 2-0. Grimm officially today is 1 for 3. Again, that single in the 8th. And now the 2-0, and that's high. Also inside, and 3-0. Doran in danger of walking his 4th man in just over an inning. And a 3-0 with Grimm taking all the way. And it's 3 balls, 1 strike. And Doran in the windup again, and a 3-1. And followed straight back into the screen. Grimm was right on it, but a little bit underneath it and off the end of the bat, and fouls it back. And the count goes forward, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Doran looking into his catcher, gets the sign he wants, and the windup and the full count. Pitch is hit to the left side, foul. So the count remains the same at 3 balls, 2 strikes. A's are 3 defensive outs away from a victory tonight. And here comes the full count pitch again. And a ball, but it is a ruled a check swing and that he went. And now we'll have a little bit of a discussion with Derek Lumens and the home plate umpire. So Grimm thought he held up on the check swing, but the home plate umpire said he went. So a swinging strikeout and a 4-3 putout.
Number 19, Harry Stout.
So Grimm is indeed ruled out on a strikeout and 4-3 putout, and a 2-up, 2-down for Harry Stout now. And Doran with a nice curveball that's at the bottom of the zone on the outer half, and it's 0-1. And the 0-1 now to Stout is a line drive into left field, and that will be a 2-out single for Stout. Stout now today, after that single, is
third baseman,
1 for 2 with 2 walks.
Nate Hiley.
So now with the inning continuing after that single from Stout, Nate Hiley steps in. He's 0 for 3 today, has grounded into a double play, also has a line out and a fly out to the right fielder. And the first pitch to Nate is low, 1-0. A's leading 5-0 on 5 hits. And a curveball outer half. And 1-1 now to Nate Hiley. Two Rivers with no runs, 3 hits, committed an error. And Nate Hiley grounds it to the left side. Chad Hidds makes the play, but that is foul. So the count moves to 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, excuse me. So Nate Hiley behind in the count. Doran, the pitcher looking in, gets the sign he wants, and the 1-2 is hit to the second baseman, and the play is made. So a 4-3 putout to end the inning. Brandon Bartles records the final out, and after 8 complete, Sheboygan leading 5-0. Top of the 9th coming up next.
Only home game this week. They're on the
Top of the 9th inning, A's leading 5-0. Brandon Winfield still out there looking for the complete game shutout. And the first pitch to the leadoff man, Hintz, is just outside 1-0. And now the 1-0 is hit into left field. Dieter getting underneath it and making the play, and 2 pitches and 1 out for Brandon Winfield.
Catcher number 32, A.J. Dollinger.
A.J. Dollinger, the catcher, stepping in. And that first pitch to him is in the zone, 0-1. And that 0-1 is inside 1-1. Winfield, through 8 1/3 innings so far, has 12 strikeouts. For those that wondering, that is not enough for the record. In fact, he's quite far away. The record is 21. Mark Simon in 1965 versus Kewaskum. And the 1-1 curves in 1-2. And now the 1-2 offering is a bit high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Even if Winfield struck out the next 2 and got 14 in this game, he'd still not even be in the top 8. Nonetheless, a good performance for him so far, and a ball inside, and the count is full. And now the full count pitch is hit into center field. Adam Ryan going back, settling underneath it, and 2 outs now. So the A's are 1 out away from a shutout.
Left fielder number 7, Nathan Grawl.
So Winfield now with a chance at a complete game shutout, just 1 out away. And standing between him and that is Nathan Grawl. Excuse me, Taylor Mandich. And it's 1-1 now to Nathan Grawl. And a liner to the second baseman, McConnell. Gets it on a play, and there it is. A complete game shutout for Brandon Winfield. Goes 9 innings, give up just 3 hits. Strikes out 12.
I love you. That's why I do.
That is shutout number 133 for the A's in their history. The first complete game of the season for Brandon Winfield. And the A's win this one 5-0 over the Two Rivers Polar Bears in this non-league game, improving to 12-2 on the season. This will not affect either the Wisconsin State League or the Northeastern Wisconsin Baseball League standings. But just for a quick update, in the Wisconsin State League, Sheboygan is 4-2 and are behind the 13-0 Lombard Orioles. In the Northeastern Wisconsin League, they are 6-0 ahead of the 4-1 Green Bay Storm. So again, the A's win this one 5-0. They are now on the road for a while. They will take on Green Bay tomorrow, and then we'll take another road trip to Oshkosh on Wednesday, and then are at Lombard for 2 Saturday and Sunday doubleheaders against the Lombard Orioles, their first matchup with the Orioles. And the next home game for the A's will be next week, the 28th, against the De Pere Dodgers. So I will not be on the air until next week, Tuesday at 7:30. But until then, I am Joey Grundle, your voice of the A's, with Kyle Winter, producer and cameraman and technician for this webcast. Have a good night, Sheboygan.